Hello everyone, my name is Jarrett Allen and I'm the Vice President of PMI Riverside. We're a local property management company here in Riverside, California, and we currently oversee about $30 million worth of rental property in the Riverside area. So, in today's video, we're going to break down one of the most overlooked cities that I think is in the Inland Empire. That means it's overlooked when it comes to things like real estate investing, and that would be Jurupa Valley. So, it's probably not going to be the first place that comes to mind when you think about SoCal's real estate, but kind of part of the appeal here, okay? More and more investors are starting to notice what makes this place different and profitable. So we're just going to kind of go through it all, okay? Because Jurupa Valley was tucked into that little northwestern corner of Riverside County, and it's right next to those cities such as Eastvale, Ontario, and Riverside, and it's close enough to benefit from the Inland Empire's booming job market. But it's also far enough to offer bigger lots, more affordability, and far more investor-friendly zoning than you'll find in the other nearby cities. And that combination alone should put it on your radar. So this is what kind of makes it interesting, okay? Jurupa Valley only became a city in 2011. Before that, it was smaller, unincorporated areas like Mira Loma, Glen Avon, Pedley, and Rubidoux. And that's what kind of created that little patchwork of neighborhoods, some suburban, some rural, and some still transitioning, right? You've got everything from horse properties to traditional family homes, and that variety means more strategies for investors. Whether you want a rental, an ADU build, or a value add flip, Jurupa Valley is going to give you the most flexibility in the Inland Empire. Okay, the demand is real here as well. All right, thousands of workers commute through the 60 and the 15 freeways every single day. These are the people that are employed by companies like Amazon, UPS, Walmart, FedEx, Target, all of those factory jobs. They're looking for that clean, affordable, family-friendly housing close to work. And Jurupa Valley fits that need without pricing them out. So let's talk numbers, right? We're just talking about why it's good. Let's talk about the actual numbers. As of 2025, the median home price around here is $681,000. That's $681,000, sorry. Significantly cheaper than the surrounding areas where it's about $750,000. The rental demand is strong where the median rent is about $2,000, but 3 bedrooms go for about $3,000 and 1 bedrooms can bring in over $1,500. So that's a decent spread between what you're going to pay for a property and what you can collect in rent, especially if you're going to be adding more value to the home as well when you purchase it. Now, as of to what kind of renters live here, it's going to be mostly families, working classes, and blue-collar professionals. A lot of dual income households, especially in construction, logistics, and public sector jobs, So what that means is that the tenant base is going to be young, family-oriented, and rooted in the local job economy, okay? That means 30% of the housing stock is rentals, so there's already a strong, stable rental population. Now, one of the things that I personally like about Jurupa Valley is how flexible it is when it comes to that zoning and land use. It's one of the few cities still left in SoCal where you'll regularly find properties on about 7,000 to 10,000 square feet, and a lot of those are zoned for agricultural or equestrian use, but you can add an ADU or convert a garage, build a second unit in the backyard, or even subdivide in some cases, and that would boost your profits a lot. But hey, try doing that in Eastvale because you can't. And there's also a lot of value in the existing housing stock, okay? Some of these homes are outdated, neglected, or just cosmetically tired. And investors who are willing to renovate all of the flooring, kitchen, bathrooms, the HVAC, everything can dramatically increase both rent and resale value. And because there's not a lot of red tape here, you can actually move quickly on these improvements. So realistically, it's a great place to invest in if you want a turnkey house or a buy and flip, stuff like that. But let me be clear, okay? Jurupa Valley is not a uniform city. Neighborhood conditions vary a lot, and you might see a remodeled house next to a vacant lot or a mobile home. Some areas are improving, others still semi-rural or neglected, and that means that local knowledge is critical, okay? Don't just rely on citywide averages. You've got to get in your car, drive the neighborhoods, talk to people, look at zoning maps, and really understand where the best place is for you to put your money at, okay? You don't want to go into somewhere that's way too risky, and you want to go somewhere that's the best opportunity possible. Now, the pros here, they're clear, right? Lower house prices, strong rental demand, flexible zoning, and a location that has a huge tenant pool. The cons, though, are the inconsistent neighborhoods, the aging infrastructure, the fewer civic amenities, and there's going to be some areas with higher crime rates. So while it's not completely turnkey investing, you can do your homework and get some serious upside. Now, who should be looking at Jurupa Valley? Well, I would recommend long-term rental investors, ADU builders, 1031 exchange buyers looking to stay in California but increase cash flow, and out-of-area landlords who have local support. This is not a luxury flip market, it's a cash flow market. If you're creative, patient, and strategic, this city has a lot of room to grow and plenty of income potential starting on day one. So the bottom line here is that Jurupa Valley isn't perfect, but if it's priced right, zoned right, and positioned for steady, reliable growth, you're gonna be very happy. Okay, let's just put it like that. And in a Southern California market where that's getting harder and harder to be, it might just be the opportunity that you've been waiting for. Now, if you're thinking about investing in Jurupa Valley, which is in Riverside County, there we go, or if you already own a rental here and want help maximizing returns, reach out to us with my email. You can ask any questions you want. We understand the neighborhood dynamics here that most investors are going to overlook, and we're more than happy to answer any questions you might have. Other than that, though, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching.